Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrist Check Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at two 47mm Pro Divers that offer a luxury look and feel without that luxury price tag. Welcome back, guys and gals. If you found this video because you absolutely love Invictas, or maybe you've already seen a couple of my other videos, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll be releasing videos weekly with a new watch every single week, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for the latest info on upcoming videos. So as you guys can tell, we've got two of these 47mm Pro Divers on the table today, but for the sake of this review, we're only going to be taking a look at one of them because the specs are going to be identical. And I went ahead and bought both of these because I thought the price was spectacular for what you get in this watch. And if you guys are interested in purchasing one, I'll have affiliate links down in the description below to Invicta stores as well as Amazon where you can buy one. So the watch on the left hand side, this is Black Mother of Pearl, and on the right we have Abalone. And I'll pull both of these up close so you guys can really see the detail in those dials. Both of these watches feature diamonds as hour markers, except for the 12, 3, 6, and 9 position, as you can see there. That's that Black Mother of Pearl. It's beautiful when it hits light. We'll take a look at the Abalone. Also diamonds there for hour markers. Both of these are absolutely gorgeous in person. We'll go over the technical specs, the dimensions, and the weight of the watch. We'll pull a few others on the table for size comparison, and finally we'll end with some things to consider if you're thinking of purchasing this watch or one like it. Okay, so like I said, for the sake of this review, we're only going to be looking at one of these watches because everything's going to apply to both of them. So they are 47mm Pro Divers. Both these variations are made entirely of stainless steel. It includes the case as well as that full bracelet. It's all stainless. You can see the brushed stainless here on the outside of the links, as well as that high polish in the center. It's just a standard deployment clasp with the Invicta branding stamped into it. It's got the Invicta logo on the outside of the watch here, and that crown guard covering up that push-pull style crown. So this one is 47mm for the case size. The strap width here is 22mm, and the thickness of this watch is 14mm. And this watch also features a black unidirectional rotating bezel. It's a little bit stiff, but it operates just fine. The crystal on this guy is a Flame Fusion, which is that proprietary blend of fusing mineral and sapphire together. So it's really scratch resistant, impact resistant. You won't have to worry about scraping this guy up against stuff nearly as much. This watch is 200 meters water resistant, and you can see there at the bottom it is a quartz movement. That's the movement inside. It does take a battery. It's a Japanese PC21J movement. There's that case back. You can see the 47. It's a really popular watch. Pro Divers in general are highly collectible, and I know a lot of guys out there that only collect Pro Divers or have the majority of their collection being Pro Diver. So it's 8 total diamonds. They are pretty small. I think the total weight was something like 0.03 carats. So nothing to write home about as far as having diamonds, but hey, they're there. The luminous on the hands and the 12, 3, 6, and 9 position, they do glow green once they're exposed to light. And on these particular variations, there was no date window, which in my opinion, that's okay. It really allows this watch to show off its dial, which I think is the big selling factor here, along with the diamonds for the money. So let's grab a scale, we'll get the weight of this watch, and then we'll grab a few more watches to put side by side and get some size comparisons. Okay, here we are, everybody. I've got the scale out. Hopefully you can see that LCD screen okay in the video. We'll put the watch up here. Looks like it's coming in at 6.55 ounces, which surprisingly isn't too bad considering it's 47mm and on a full stainless bracelet. So there are a couple other variations besides these two They offer a two-tone silver and gold tone with a white mother of pearl dial, as well as these two and that two-tone one in the 38mm variant for women. Again, I'll have links in the description where you can purchase these, and always check those links for current pricing, guys, because it changes all the time. So let's grab a few more watches, throw them on the table, and we'll do some size comparisons. Okay, so here we have both of the 47mm on the outside here, and a 40mm standard Pro Diver in the middle. Slide this one out of the way. So there you can see the case sizing. You wouldn't think 7mm would be a huge difference, but it is. In my opinion, to offer this watch here on the right hand side, the Pro Diver, in 47mm, especially with that dial, it's spectacular. You're getting more of that beautiful material. Again, that luxury look and feel without the price tag. For the case thickness, we're actually looking at identical thickness, 14mm. And the main reason for that is because this guy on the left hand side isn't automatic, so that exhibition case back protrudes just a little bit, which adds to the thickness of the watch. And here we are with another Pro Diver. This is a Scuba variant on the left hand side. It is 50mm for the case thickness, 47 on the right. And if we look at the thickness on these two, 14mm on the right hand side and 16mm on the left, the Scuba. So we'll do one final comparison here with a Venom, and you can tell that thing is a monster. 54mm on the left hand side, 47 on the right. Again, just a 7mm difference, everybody, but it's a huge difference. As far as the thickness goes, you're at 22mm on the Venom on the left hand side, 14mm on the right. And if you guys haven't checked out the video and full review I have on the Venom, be sure to go over and check that out. I'll maybe link that in the video, put a card up somewhere, and I'll also link it in the description below. So final thoughts, things to consider with these watches. Personally, I think the bang for your buck is phenomenal with these watches. The Pro Diver line in general is a fantastic buy. You're really getting your money's worth. And that's the thing with Invicta. Whether you spend $65 on a watch or you spend $650, you're generally going to get your money's worth, in my opinion. I know there's some others out there that would argue that point, but I have a bunch of Invictas in my collection, and that holds true with almost every one of them, no matter what I've paid. So the great thing about this one in particular, you have options. There's different dial materials, or if you like this size, you may be able to forego the dial material, get maybe a plain black, blue, gold, something like that, and maybe you can get the silicone or polyurethane strap if that's your jam. But as far as these go, you do have the option of 38 or 47mm, which I think is fantastic. Maybe you buy yourself one and your lady, or your husband, or whatever it is you've got. One subjective con to this one, it is not an automatic, and I say subjective because there's plenty of guys out there that are a grab-and-go kind of guy that just want to throw the watch on, walk out the door, and go about their day. However, with this one not being offered an automatic with this dial and the diamonds, it may be a con to you. The crystal on this thing, being flame fusion, that extra scratch resistance and impact resistance is just great peace of mind, and nice to know that they put that on here. They could have very easily just thrown a very cheap mineral crystal on here to keep the price down, but they didn't. Seriously though, if you're considering one of these, check those links. I think you'll be surprised and blown away at the price you can find these watches for. So I think that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you liked the video, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Also, I am new here on YouTube, and I would love to hear your feedback, so leave a comment in the comment section below. I love Invictas, and I want to continue to share that love with all of you. Maybe help somebody buy their very first Invicta, or their 100th. Invicta gets a lot of hate, but at the end of the day, I genuinely believe that value for money, they have almost everybody beat. Maybe that's biased because I own way too many of these watches. But like I always say at the end of all of my videos, buy what you like, and I'll see you in the next one.